Anna stood at the bottom of the hill. The wind moved through the tall grass slowly. The house above looked quiet and old. It leaned into the hillside like it belonged there. Anna held a folded letter in her hand. Her life had never offered surprises like this. She was a single mother used to struggle. Hope was something she kept small. Still the house watched her silently. She remembered the day the letter arrived. It spoke of an aunt she barely knew. A woman who lived far from everyone. The house was the only thing left behind. No money, no warning, no explanation. Friends told her to sell it quickly. They said strange places bring trouble. But Anna felt pulled toward it, as if the hill had called her name. Leo stood beside her holding her bag. His eyes were wide and curious. He asked if this place was safe. Anna squeezed his hand gently. She told him they would be fine. She always said that even when unsure. Being strong was something she learned early. The hill path was steep and narrow. Each step felt like crossing into a new life. The door opened with a slow sound. Inside the house felt warmer than outside. Light slipped in through small windows. Dust floated gently like it was alive. The walls were wooden and worn. Shelves lined every side of the room. Some were filled with books and maps. Others held objects she did not understand. Leo whispered that the house felt awake. Anna explored slowly room by room. The floors creaked but felt steady. Each space felt carefully made, as if someone had thought deeply about living here. There were carvings in the beams, shapes that looked like waves and roots. She did not know why but felt calm. Her tired heart rested for the first time. The house felt like it was waiting. They found a small kitchen near the back. Old but clean and full of light. A table stood near a window facing the hill. Anna imagined eating meals there with Leo. She imagined mornings without rushing, nights without fear of the future. Her chest tightened with emotion. She had not allowed herself to dream before. This place made dreams feel possible. Leo ran ahead into a narrow hallway. His footsteps echoed softly. At the end was a small room. It looked out over the valley below. Leo smiled and said this was his room. Anna laughed quietly, surprised by his certainty. Children sensed things adults forgot. She watched him touch the walls gently. The house seemed to accept him easily. As evening came, the light changed. The house glowed in warm colors. Anna sat on the floor, exhausted. The journey and years of stress caught up. She leaned against the wall and closed her eyes. For the first time she did not feel alone. The silence was deep but not empty. The house seemed to breathe with her. Somewhere inside it something waited to be found. Night settled slowly over the hillside. The wind pressed gently against the walls. Inside the house every sound felt closer. Anna lay awake listening to soft creaks. The roof sighed like it was alive. Leo slept beside her, breathing steady. She watched shadows move across the ceiling. They shifted without reason or pattern. The house felt awake and aware. Anna rose quietly and stepped into the hall. The floor felt warm under her feet. Moonlight slipped through thin windows. It painted long shapes on the walls. She felt drawn toward the back of the house. Her heart beat faster without fear. It felt like being called, not chased. Each step felt guided by something unseen. The air grew warmer as she moved. Behind a tall shelf she felt a draft. Her fingers brushed the wood carefully. A narrow space opened where none had been before. The shelf shifted with a gentle push. A hidden doorway revealed itself. The stone inside glowed softly. Not bright but comforting and calm. Anna stood frozen, breathing slowly. The house had revealed a secret. She stepped into the hidden passage. The walls were carved from the hill itself. Her footsteps echoed low and steady. The space felt ancient and cared for. Symbols were carved along the stone. They looked like roots and flowing lines. She did not understand them, but they filled her with peace. Her fear faded completely. At the center stood a long table. It was covered with notebooks and papers. Pages were filled with careful writing. Drawings showed the house and hillside. Maps marked paths beneath the ground. Everything was detailed and patient. This was not chaos or obsession. This was work done with love. Anna felt tears rise in her eyes. She read slowly, taking her time. The words spoke of protection and care, of a place built to help the weary. The hill held a natural strength. The house was shaped to guide it. The ant had learned how to listen. She wrote of helping strangers quietly, never seeking praise or reward, only balance and healing. Anna sat at the table for hours. She felt her life begin to shift. All her years of struggle made sense. This place needed someone like her. Someone who knew loss and effort. Someone who would protect without owning. The house had not been abandoned. It had been waiting patiently for the right heart to arrive. When Anna returned to bed, the sky was pale. Morning light touched the hill softly. Leo woke smiling for no reason. He said he slept better than ever. Anna hugged him tightly, feeling changed. She looked around the small room. The house felt warmer than before. It had shared its truth with her. And nothing would ever be the same. Morning arrived softly over the hillside. Light moved across the walls like a gentle wave. Anna woke with a calm feeling inside. Her body felt lighter than it had in years. She noticed her breath felt deep and easy. The house held a quiet warmth around her. Leo woke with laughter instead of coughs. He jumped from the bed full of energy. His cheeks looked brighter than before. Anna watched him with silent surprise. She had grown used to worry each morning. Today worry did not arrive with the sun. They ate breakfast near the window. The air smelled clean and fresh. Birds gathered close to the house. Leo spoke about dreams filled with light. Anna listened while feeling something shift. The house seemed pleased with their presence. As the day passed, Anna explored again. Rooms felt different than before. Walls no longer felt silent but friendly. She placed her hand on the wood. A soft warmth answered her touch. The house responded to kindness naturally. Outside, the hillside showed signs of change. Grass grew taller and greener. Small flowers appeared where none had been. The ground felt steady and alive. Anna knelt and touched the soil. She felt connected to the hill deeply. A stranger appeared near the path. A woman with tired eyes and slow steps. She looked unsure and afraid to ask. Anna felt no fear opening the door. She offered water and rest without question. The house seemed to welcome the guest. The woman slept deeply for many hours. Her breathing grew calm and steady. When she woke, her eyes were clear. She spoke of pain finally easing. Anna listened without asking for details. The house gave without needing reasons. Words spread quietly through the valley, not spoken loudly or with pride. People came one at a time. Each carried invisible weight inside. Anna greeted them with simple kindness. The house did the rest gently. Leo watched everything with wide eyes. He asked why people left smiling. Anna told him helping others matters. She said strength grows when shared. Leo nodded as if understanding deeply. The lesson rooted itself inside him. At night the house glowed softly, not with light but with presence. Anna felt her past loosening its grip. Years of fear began to fade. She no longer felt chased by life. The house stood as her anchor. She returned often to the hidden room, reading the journals with growing respect. The ant had lived quietly and patiently, never forcing the house to act, only guiding it with care and balance. Anna followed the same gentle path. The hillside became a place of quiet change. No signs or promises were ever made. People arrived broken and left steadier. Anna never claimed credit or praise. The house remained humble and unseen. Yet lives shifted one by one forever. Time moved differently on the hillside. Days felt slow yet full at the same time. Anna learned the rhythm of the house. She woke with the light and rested with the dark. The house responded to her patience. It opened spaces only when needed. Nothing was rushed or forced. Trust grew like roots under the ground. Anna spent long hours reading the journals. Each page taught her balance and restraint. The house was not meant to fix everything. It was meant to support quiet change. The ant had written about listening first, about letting people find their own strength. Anna followed those words carefully. She never promised more than rest and care. Visitors continued to arrive quietly. Some came with heavy silence. Others arrived with shaking hands. Anna greeted each one the same way. A warm meal, a calm space, a listening ear. The house adjusted itself gently. Rooms felt warmer when kindness was given. Paths opened only when hearts softened. One afternoon a man arrived before sunset. He carried nothing but weariness. His shoulders were bent from years of effort. Anna saw herself in his tired eyes. She offered him a place to sit. They spoke little but understood much. The house hummed softly around them. By morning the man stood straighter. A child came next holding fear tightly. The child barely spoke or looked up. Leo sat nearby without pushing or asking. They shared quiet moments and small smiles. The house filled the room with calm. Slowly the child began to speak. Words returned like birds after winter. Anna watched with quiet gratitude. Leo grew with the house as well. He learned patience by watching his mother. He learned kindness by seeing its effect. He helped with small tasks proudly. Greeting guests, bringing water, guiding paths. The house responded warmly to his presence. It taught him confidence without pride. Strength without hardness took root in him. Anna noticed how the house reacted to emotion. When fear entered, rooms felt smaller. When calm arrived, spaces opened wide. She learned to ground herself before helping. Breathing deeply, standing steady in herself. The house mirrored her inner balance. She understood now why the ant waited. The house needed a steady heart. Seasons shifted across the hillside. Rain softened the earth gently. Sunlight returned brighter than before. Plants grew strong around the home. Animals rested near the walls peacefully. The land itself seemed protected. Anna felt she was part of something larger. Not ownership but guardianship. Some nights Anna felt the weight return. Old fears tried to resurface quietly. But the house reminded her gently. Warmth spread through familiar rooms. She remembered she was not alone. The past no longer controlled her steps. She had found a place to stand. A place that trusted her fully. The house never asked for recognition. It worked quietly without display. Those who came never spoke loudly of it. They carried change inside them instead. Anna believed this was the true purpose. To heal without being seen. To support without controlling. To exist with humility and care. As years passed, Anna no longer felt broken. Her strength was steady and calm. The hillside house stood firm beside her. Not as a miracle but as a partner. Together they held space for quiet growth. Life no longer felt like survival alone. It felt like meaning slowly unfolding. Years passed quietly on the hillside. The house aged gently without losing strength. Its walls held warmth and steady calm. Anna moved through its rooms with ease. Her steps were confident and unhurried. Life no longer felt like constant repair. It felt like careful living with purpose. Each day carried meaning without pressure. Leo grew taller and steadier each season. His voice carried kindness and confidence. He listened more than he spoke. People trusted him easily. He helped guide visitors with calm eyes. The house responded warmly to him. It opened paths and spaces without hesitation. The hill seemed proud of his growth. Anna often stood outside at sunrise. She watched light spill across the valley. The air felt full and alive. She remembered her fear on the first day. The woman who climbed the hill unsure. That version of herself felt distant now. The house had not changed her suddenly. It had supported her becoming herself. Visitors still came but less frequently. Not because need disappeared, but because those helped carried strength forward. They shared kindness quietly elsewhere. The house did not need constant activity. Its purpose had spread beyond its walls. Anna understood this deeply. True change moved outward gently. One evening Anna opened the hidden room again. The journals rested quietly on the table. She added her own pages carefully. Not instructions but reflections. Stories of listening and patience. Of letting people arrive as they were. She wrote for those who might come after. Guardianship was meant to continue. The house felt complete in a new way. Not full but balanced. It no longer hummed as often. Its energy settled deep into the hill. Like roots holding firm. Anna sensed the work had matured. The house trusted the world more now. It rested without worry. Leo asked one night if they would ever leave. Anna smiled and said maybe one day. But not because they had to run. Because growth sometimes leads outward. She told him the house would remain. It would wait as it always had. For those who needed it most. The hill remembered every step. As seasons turned, Anna felt no fear of time. She welcomed change with open hands. Loss no longer terrified her. She knew care could rebuild again. The house had taught her resilience. Not loud strength but quiet endurance. She carried that lesson everywhere. It shaped every choice she made. The hillside house stood strange to strangers, but gentle to those who entered honestly. It never demanded belief or gratitude, only presence and openness. Anna believed this was its greatest gift, to remind people of their own strength, to reflect what was already inside them. Nothing more and nothing less. At sunset, Anna and Leo often sat together. They watched the sky shift colors slowly. Silence rested comfortably between them. The wind moved through the grass below. The house stood behind them steady. What was inside had changed their lives. Not mystery alone but understanding. That compassion given freely could shape a future.